We're learning more information now about a fifth person who almost joined the four Americans who were kidnapped in Mexico in that minivan. The group all grew up together, according to the wife of one of the survivors. They were from South Carolina, where the local community held this vigil last night. NBC News correspondent Morgan Chesky is near the southern border in Brownsville, Texas. He's following this for us. Morgan, we just learned that the cartel sent a letter to the Mexican police. What do we know?
Yeah, Kate, this is a wild development here that's just happening in the last hour or so. These have been photos and a picture of a letter that is now circulated on social media. I do want to credit my colleague Ken Delanian for just confirming through a senior law enforcement official who told NBC News that this letter does appear to be a statement of apology from the Gulf Cartel, which, of course, resides primarily in neighboring Matamoros, just across this international bridge, Kate. I want to read you a portion of that letter and then talk about the several photos that accompanied it. But this was a letter that appeared today on behalf of the cartel, saying in part that they strongly condemn the events of Friday, March 3rd, of course, that being the date of this horrific kidnapping last week, in which, unfortunately, an innocent working mother died. That was the Mexican national, Kate, and 4 American citizens were kidnapped, of which 2 died. For this reason, we have decided to hand over those involved and directly responsible for the events who at all times acted under their own determination and indiscipline and against the rules in which the CDG has always operated, that acronym standing for the Gulf Cartel. So, Kate, essentially the larger organization disavowing a faction within it, and we saw photos of multiple men sitting tied in front of a pickup truck. Very important to note here, Kate, we do not have confirmation that those men have been taken into custody by Mexican law enforcement at this time, but we do have a senior law enforcement official in the United States saying that he does believe this letter and believes photos released by the cartel are indeed real. Much more to come, though. Kate?
Yeah, this is really a big development, and it really raises the question, doesn't it, Morgan? If they're apologizing because of all the attention that's been on these American citizens, what about all the other people who are involved in cartel violence every single day? There are thousands of people missing in Mexico.
Yeah, there absolutely are, and I had a chance to speak with a cartel expert a short time ago. I asked him, put this in context for us. Have you ever seen a cartel essentially act as PR following a crime of this nature? He says, I have not. The only thing that makes this different is the fact that this involved U.S. citizens. And he added that, as you mentioned, Kate, there are kidnappings, killings, indiscriminate crime that takes place not too far from where I'm standing. But because it involves Mexican citizens, there would never be an apology of this nature coming from a cartel.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.